It's Anthony again. I just thought I'd quickly do a quick update of. I've already shown you these two models. There's the Hurricane in a Typhoon box because I hate these. It's in the box. Here it is. Put in the Typhoon box and whacked all the bits of sprue that I'm keeping for that because there's so many bits. I'll keep it for now. We've been through the sort of look at the kit already. Well, I've got the first few stages done. There you go. They've put part of the cockpit on the wings, and I don't know, let's try and get the light in a bit more or something. You can see that these wheel wells are really detailed. There's another bit or two to go in yet. Downside, if it is a downside, is if you're not absolutely precise on joining these bits underneath, you snag the wings a little bit, which I've done. Now I'm about a mil out on each wing. I don't think that's the kit's fault, I think that's my fault. Rushing in. I dry fit and everything, but I was anxious about that before I started. Just bear in mind if you're making the kit, just to make sure they line up. I did, but obviously not enough. This FX plastic's a bit unforgiving if you want to remove it again. It tends to go all tacky, and it's a bit of a soft plastic, as you all know. It's a lovely little seat. That goes in the fuselage, and then there's a little control column. Oh, you even got a little compass moulded in there, and then this is for a decal. As usual, I'm going to be closing up the cockpit and putting in the pilot. There is an option for two pieces for this canopy, even though it's Series 1. So I guess you could leave it open without much to do. I will be shutting it. So maybe I wasted my time doing all this lovely wheel wells, but I thought it maybe have an issue with, you know, the structure of the kit, and I'm just following the kit, but I'm obviously not. I'll have a quick look at those wheels in the shut position, see if it's an issue, whether they need painting behind. They might do around where the wheels go. Their fittings on the wheels are brilliant. I just love these ready-made closed wheels because I really like the plane to fly, if you would. I don't cut the propeller blades off and make little plastic discs, which maybe I should. Yeah, this is a lovely kit, I think it's going to be. Any mistakes you make are fairly easily remedied. So there you go. Obviously we're just doing the one option. I don't believe in buying aftermarket decals that cost more than the kit. I keep saying that, but it's up to people how much money they want to spend. And oops, that's the Spitfire instructions. Same time, well, I can't do it at the same time, but sort of in between times while the glue's drying, I'm doing the Spitfire. It's going to be in the same finish, exactly, black and white undersides, silver, dope coloured control surfaces, and dark green and dark earth. You know, I saw a colour video of Bomber Command Station on YouTube, I think it was, and that green looks rather greener than everybody seems to be thinking at the moment, and then maybe this darker green is more post-war. So I think maybe Humbrol had that green right all along. Yeah, sounds surprised, but you know, poor old Humbrol, they don't get much of a good press, and they're certainly getting some better paints nowadays. Yeah, put the little oxygen bottles, I guess those are. I don't study cockpits to the last degree. I know roughly what, I know a pile obviously, so I don't know exactly what equipment they use, etc. There's a nice little, more than adequate rudder pedals and all that. Again, the pilot's going in. Gun sight there, all nicely moulded in. That could save a disaster. I'm sure you've all had the gun sight problems where you have to stick them on, you drop them down the canopy and you struggle for hours. It could be a simple little job. I think, you know, if you paint them black and then maybe use a bit of white glue which dries, you end up with that glass effect, especially at that scale. I mean, God. Well, everybody does it their own way. I'm definitely the Rob Skull Nice to see young Owen doing it by hand at the moment. I dare say they'll get an airbrush when he gets some money. I suppose it is the best in the end. And oh, I forgot to mention when I was showing you that, where the hell's it gone? The Raiden. I made a little gun sight. Out of an undercarriage leg, can you believe? Guess I dropped that. There's these little things at the back behind the seat. I don't know if they're seat supports or what they were. They went missing after, you know, it wasn't quite 25 years actually, I was exaggerating. It was about 15 years ago I was making these kits on night shifts, these two that I showed you the other day. So I want to finish these now. I've put them aside just to dry off, because to do a bit of scratch building I knocked the, don't know if you noticed when I was showing you the other day, I knocked this little, I think it's called a trim, an aileron trim or something, just on the one wing. I knocked that off. It had been sat there for 15 years unmolested, and the other day I was gripping it too hard and off it came. I was just going to sand that down a bit and just flatten it off a bit, but I don't know, when you know it's there it's hard to ignore it once you've seen it. You know, ignorance is bliss sometimes. And I've got an FX gun sight, which I'm not a purist, and when FX sent me the canopy for the 24 Spitfire, which I might show you because I've finished sticking that down and I'm going to paint that up, and it also came with all the clear parts. They're so generous, they gave you the whole set of clear parts for the 24 Marks, 48 Mark Spitfire. And really, maybe some clever dickie would notice I'd put the wrong gun sight in, but I've told you anyway now. Anyway, I don't do close-ups too close, so you might not notice. Now I've told you, you will, obviously. So that's it for now. I'm gonna keep on with those two. That Spitfire we talked about the other day is supposed to come on Friday, but now in Amazon it'll come tomorrow now. It certainly hasn't come today. I'm a bit excited, but that's gonna go away anyway. Like I say, I'm waiting on this Tamiya glue, which is becoming available but might be returning soon, and we got that for £8. So I have had to pay a bit more there, Chris. Makes you feel better about me getting the Spitfire so cheap. That's it really for now. I don't usually do updates, I just show you the models as I go. I'd love to do those things Owen does, but I've no idea how he does it, so I won't even try. Okay, bye then.